Hey, what's up, beautiful people? This is Stay Them TV, and I'm your own boy Rashid in the building. Yes, on our very special series, The Billionaires of Nigeria. Today, we're featuring someone that you all love to check out on IG. You love his style, you love his foundation. I mean, this guy grew from being a salesman. He was selling copiers, going from office to office, selling copiers, to becoming worth about $1.4 billion. You heard that right, 1.4 billion American dollars. Who am I talking about? You all know now. Tony Elumelu. Yes, the Superman himself. Today we're going to find out how Tony grew to be a most outstanding banker, and of course a billionaire, one of the Nigerian billionaires worthy of respect and honor. Check it out on Stay Them TV. Don't forget to hit on that red subscribe button. I tell you now, hit on that red subscribe button, click on the bell notification, so when we have fantastic videos like this, you're one of the first to know about it. And don't forget to share this video with your friends, because I tell you, you all are gonna be inspired and wowed by the story of fantastic Tony Elumelu. Let me get right into it right about now. Yeah, welcome back to Stay Them TV, and we're about to find out who is Tony Elumelu. Who is this guy? The guy with style, the guy with poise. Is that all there is to know about him? Is it just about him being the Tony Elumelu Foundation chairman, years holding chairman, the former UBA MD and all that? What more is there to this thick guy? What makes the guy called Tony Elumelu? We are about to find out right now, from his young days in Jos to how he was helping his mom with her stores and all that. You are all gonna be wowed about the story of the young man Tony Elumelu. Let's get right into it now. Anthony Onyemachi Elumelu has been responsible for creating businesses across the continent in sectors critical to Africa's economic development. But before this, there was a young boy who never thought that it was gonna get this far. Right now, to us, is that strategic investor who was the main interest at Transcorp, is that famous philanthropist that has gestures worldwide that he has given to several people, is that former MD of UBA, United Bank of Africa, who brought about one of the most successful banking mergers ever in the history of Africa. But before that, there was a young boy who was on the streets of Jos, who was from Delta State, and that is the Tony Elumelu we're going to start with today. Tony Elumelu was born on March 22nd, 1963 in Jos Plateau State and was raised by entrepreneur parents. His mother, Susan Elumelu, owned restaurants and was a major distributor of the customer chain, while his father's name is Dominic Elumelu. Although Tony was born in Jos, he hails from Onitsha Uku in Aniocho North local government area of Delta State. He was raised together with his 4 siblings. One of them is Honorable Undudi Elumelu. Honorable Undudi Elumelu is a former House of Rep member of Nigeria, and he happens to be one of the siblings of the Tony Elumelu that we're talking about. A lot of people mix them up and all that, but he's a totally different person, but one of the siblings, one of the 4 siblings of Tony Elumelu. In Tony Elumelu's words, at the age of 20, I was still on the university campus thinking of parties and academic coursework rather than thinking of entrepreneurship. But let's just say that my life has been filled with a lot of interesting experiences. Deciding to study economics at university is all about learning about the business world. Growing up around my parents and the other influences around us, I always felt that I would end up in the business world, what we call entrepreneurship today. My mother was a big influence. She owned a restaurant, and during the holidays, I would stay there and help. I used to think, imagine if she did this at a larger scale, she could get more customers and make more profits. So in essence, I was becoming more aware of how the world of commerce worked. But these were not overriding thoughts at that time. At that age, my aim was to finish my first degree in economics, do my master's, and work in a bank. I wanted to dress like the power dressers in the banking sector, wear suspenders, brogues, ties, clean shoes, and all that. That was what was on the mind of a young Anthony. I like the lifestyle. In Nigeria, before you start work, you are required to join the National Youth Service Corps. I was posted to the country's northern region, where I found myself reading a weekly magazine column which explored business ideas such as bakeries or fish ponds. I started wondering how much setting up a bakery or any other enterprise will cost, how to manage it, how to make a profit, and so on. I vaguely thought that perhaps one day I would like to start a business myself. So, although I was more focused on becoming a banker and wearing my suspenders, my mind was subconsciously shopping and crystallizing ideas that eventually led me to where I am today. Tony Elumelu started his career in banking at Union Bank of Nigeria PLC as a youth corps member during his National Youth Service Corps 1-year compulsory service in 1985. He later switched to another career as a salesman where he was selling copiers. Tony Elumelu's journey to who he is now began when he applied to join All States Trust Bank. A year after earning his master's degree in economics, he applied with his 2-2 economics degree, that's second class lower division, in spite of the bank's requirement of a minimum 2-1 degree, which is second class upper division. I know I may not have met the qualifying criteria for the advertised roles, he said, but I'm intelligent, driven, ambitious, and I will make the bank proud. My 2-2 degree does not demonstrate the full extent of my intelligence and ability, and I know I can do so much more. That was what his cover letter stated. These words caught the eye of the chairman CEO of All States Bank at that time, who decided to give him a chance despite being unqualified with his 2-2. 27-year-old Elumelu was hired as an entry-level analyst after passing the due process. In 12 months, he became the youngest bank branch manager at that time. He credits this to his bosses, Tony Akin-Johnson and Ebitimi Banigo. They took a chance on me by appointing me as branch manager after an incredibly short time in my bank. My rise to branch manager within a short period is a great story, but I know in my heart I was lucky as well as deserving. So the implication of this is that at 28, Tony Elumelu was already a bank branch manager because some people saw the greatness in him and chose to give him a chance. Isn't that a beautiful thing? You know, this story we're going through right now would not have existed if those guys did not give Tony Elumelu a chance. What a beautiful thing it is really when you look at young people and you look out for how you can invest in them and how you can put in them for the future that even you might not be able to get to. What do you all think? This position of branch manager laid the foundation for the rest of Tony Elumelu's career, including when he led a small group of investors to take over a struggling Crystal Bank in 1997. Now, Elumelu says he's committed to helping others, which is exactly why he started the Tony Elumelu Foundation in 2010. I promised myself to leverage the success I have enjoyed, to spread luck and hope, provide opportunities, and to empower the next generation of African entrepreneurs to succeed. Without luck in my early career, I would not be the man that I am today. I'm a leader and philanthropist today because I encountered people who gave me a chance early in my career. It has been a lifetime goal to pay this forward in a transformative and impactful way. Tony Elumelu acquired both his bachelor's degree and master's degree in economics from Ambru Ali University, formerly known as Bendel State University, and Lagos State University respectively. In addition to these degrees, he went ahead to acquire additional academic exposures from business schools of Harvard, USA, the International Institute of Management Development IMD, Lausanne, Switzerland, and the Singapore Institute of Management. Elumelu is also an alumnus of Harvard Business School's Advanced Management Program. So Efikulomo Omokawi, I mean, this guy knew what he wanted and he equipped himself with the skills necessary. What is that thing you're gunning for today? And what skills, what courses are you taking? Who is mentoring you? Where are you working? What are you doing daily that is taking you to that place where you see yourself in 10 years and 15 years and 20 years? A lot of things to learn from this story of Tony Elumelu. He worked hard to make Standard Trust Bank a top player within a few years and helped it secure one of the biggest mergers at the time with UBA in 2005. With the merger, the investment became profitable. Following the merger, he became the bank's group managing director, helping the bank grow from being a single country bank to becoming a pan-African bank. Currently, UBA has subsidiaries in over 20 African countries, including the United States and the United Kingdom. Tony Elumelu achieved the breakthrough as an African entrepreneur when he led this largest merger in the banking sector in sub-Saharan Africa. His acquisition of the United Bank for Africa, a bank that he later transformed into a Pan-African institution by attracting more than 7 million customers in over 22 countries, was his highest hit that brought him more fame and wealth. He made a fortune in the banking sector before his retirement. After the merger, he became the CEO of the merged UBA until his retirement in 2010. After stepping down as UBA Group's managing director in 2010, Elumelu founded his own company, Hayes Holding. Hayes Holding is a company that invests in financial services, energy, real estate, and hospitality, the healthcare sector, and agribusiness. It is a family-owned investment company that is interested in improving lives. The company operates in over 20 countries of the world. In 2011, Hayes Holding procured a controlling interest in Transnational Corporation of Nigeria PLC, Transcorp. Transcorp is a Nigerian conglomerate that holds investments in agriculture, hotels, and the power sector. He owned 22.2% shares at Transcorp, which was valued at 30.7 billion in 2013. Today, Hayes Holding has a plethora of investments in several sectors, including real estate, financial services, oil and gas, healthcare, insurance, and hospitality. In January 2021, the company completed the acquisition of a 45% operating permit called Oil Mining Lease 17 from Shell Petroleum Development Corporation, ENI, and Total in a deal valued at over $1 billion. So man, my guy, who's my guy? Hey, now Tony Elumelu be my guy. I mean, OML from Shell. Check it out. Guy is rocking some crude oil money. That's my guy. I don't know about anybody else, man. Right now, Tony Elumelu, my guy. In an interview, Tony Elumelu revealed that it was not easy for him at first. He struggled at some point in his life and continued until he achieved his dreams. With time, he made a move and made some revolutions in the sector that brought him the popularity and wealth he enjoys today: banking. Recent estimates put Tony Elumelu's worth at over $1.4 billion. $1.4 billion. Multiply that by what's dollars now? Multiply, let's multiply by 600 naira. Chai, that's some money this guy's worth, man. And he's still making. My guy is still making, bros. Tony still making. Tony Elumelu's advice to budding young entrepreneurs when he interacted with them is to be hardworking. Don't be scared to dream, but know that dreaming is less than 1%. The 99% is about translating your dream into action, translating your dream to reality. That is what makes the difference. Tony also advised that the process of translating to action requires a lot of hard work, discipline, staying focused, and making sacrifices for a better tomorrow. The Tony Elumelu you see today has not always had everything in the past. For example, he said, "I have decided not to buy a car and planned instead to use the money to make investments and wait for the proceeds of that investment to help me buy the car." And that happened. When I say sacrifices, I mean you have to learn to defer consumption. You need to think long term. It is when you visualize success that you can make these sacrifices. Then you can apply the rigor and energy that will lead you to success. Tony Elumelu mentioned 4 people that he admires the most along the way of life, namely Steve Jobs, Michael Jackson, Bill Gates, and Jack Ma. Haha, those are 4 amazing legendary guys in their own stature. And of course, Steve Jobs and Michael Jackson are both late, but Bill Gates and Jack Ma still alive and doing fantastic and amazing things in their country and for the world in general. Yeah, on the 22nd of March 2023, Tony Elumelu celebrated his 60th birthday, and he was surrounded with family, friends, colleagues, workers, and people that have been beneficiaries of his Tony Elumelu Foundation. And of course, the event had A-list celebrities present to perform, of course, to mesmerize the guests, which include the #1 Wizkid himself and the likes of CK and Flavor were not left behind, also including several other artists that just took over and did an awesome job of getting the audience, the guests, entertained at the 60th birthday party of my mentor, my guy, Tony Elumelu. What? Beef. Tony Elumelu's first daughter and first child, Oge, who he fondly calls Gigi, went to St. Catherine's Primary School in the UK and graduated. Then she went to the London School of Economics, where she's studying economics right now. Tony and Awele Elumelu are very proud of Gigi, and they say that she's a good example for our younger brothers and sister. Their second child, Hogo, is fondly called Gogo Lee by her dad, and she was born on September 30th. After Gigi and Gogo Lee came Onyinye Ineka and Ugo Elumelu, the triplets, who were born on November 26, 2006. And then to close the circle, to close the ring, well, I don't know, because, the mentor has the foresight. We were being mentored, you know what I'm talking about. But as far as we know now, this circle has been closed. Is it closed or not closed? So to close the ring is the twins. The twins came, and that made it 7 kids for the Elumelu. So we have Ogo, we have Gogoli, we have the triplets, and we have the twins. 7 amazing kids. So man, let me warn you now, my guy, pass your guy. Hope you got that. Let's get on into the gist now. Hope that's okay. My guy, pass your guy. Every way, in any way, in career, in Zauzaro, we pass your guy. As a father, Tony loves his children so much and is always present when they need him the most. His busy schedule does not take him away from his family in any way. He spends quality time with them. The lovely couple, Tony and Awele, has been called Africa's power couple by CNN as they continue to gain attention globally through their works of empowering African entrepreneurs. In Tony Elumelu's words, I started my career as a salesman, a copier salesman to be specific, young, hungry, and hardworking. But the reality was that I was just one of thousands of young Nigerian graduates all eager to succeed. How did I get from there to where I am now? Of course, hard work, resilience, a long-term vision, but also luck. Yeah, I'm very sure you've enjoyed the series on the Billionaires of Nigeria featuring Tony Elumelu and how this young man moved from selling copiers on the streets of Lagos to become one of the billionaires, worldwide billionaires of Nigeria. Check it out on Stadium TV. Don't forget to like, drop a comment for me in the comment section. I always respond to your comment. Let's talk about how this has inspired you and how you can now believe that you can achieve that goal and that dream that you have for your world, for your life, for your generation. Don't forget to check out the Let Us Talk playlist showing on your screen and the Did You Know playlist showing on your screen, and of course this series, the Billionaires of Nigeria playlist, showing on your screen too. My name is Rashid and I'm signing out right now. Drop a comment for me, like, subscribe, click on that red subscribe button, hit the bell notification so that when I have a new video, you're one of the first to know about it. Stay safe and be true to your goal and to your vision. I'm signing out right now. Bye, yeah.